Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time that you are watching the Abuti live show. And I have a brilliant mind next to me called Baba Buntu, Mr. Kandani Msivi. We are joined by Charles Savage, who is the CEO of Purple Group and Easy Equities. Mr. Mashaba, welcome to Abuti live, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, this is a show where we get to sit down with some of the leaders and also entrepreneurs in Africa to speak about business and also a lot of opportunities for young people to take advantage of.
Easy Equities was born out of the deep desire to democratize access to all things investing.
Refuse to be this or that, become this and that. So I can be an accountant and a business person and a taxi driver and a painter and a sculptor.
How did you go about starting an agency, especially in Kasi?
Not everyone from the township is poor. So I had that mentality and I was like, you know what, it's all good. So when I quit, my major thing was, okay, I'm going to start a company, a township agency that goes in depth in understanding the township economy.
My grandmother used to say, to act in your own interest, you need to first act in the best interest of others.
Yeah.
But what we are seeing really from our leaders is not that demonstration.
And obviously, all of a sudden, 1994 came, and now the focus was focused on tenderpreneurs. That's why we introduced this term called tenderpreneur in South Africa.
I don't know any sector in South Africa that doesn't rely on black people.
Only 20%, if not 30% maximum, of the South African land is healthy and good for agriculture.
Interesting.
So how about we give the white people the rest of the land and we just take the 20% that is fertile?
Social media is like the playing field. You can be anyone you want to be. You can create whatever you want to be. You can work with whoever you want to work. If you are purposeful and consistent and the content that you put out is valuable to the person on the other side of your device.
There is nothing as hypocritical as a BEE clause that says develop other enterprises, because no company is geared to develop other companies. It's a laziness on the part of the state.
What has been our contribution as a black people, as a black race towards human civilization?
You could mention every subject on the planet, and Africa has, for the longest time, held the highest level of carrying that knowledge forward.
So you can see that very quickly we are becoming a nation of consumers, but a nation that is overly dependent on social security.
Fundamentally, everything needs to be easier. The platform experience needs to be easier. The onboarding needs to be easier. The language that we used needed to be easier.
So easy to understand.
Everything that we delivered. And so hence the name, Easy Equities.
For some reason, the systemic nature in which this economy is woven is such that those that have the economic potential can never own the economy, because somehow this thing is wired such that it always results in white control.
So all of them, you find that these are children of one mother who just want to have power, but none of them is willing to challenge the system, head-on collision. And so we want the insurance companies, we want the medicine, we want the hospitals, we want the banks, we want the education system, we want to change the curriculum and put our own history in those books.
If you can just focus on a specific industry and a specific niche and just be consistent with that and know that your tribe will eventually find you. You know, be authentic with what you put out. I always say that if it's real, it'll resonate.
No one teaches us how to fail. No one. And so get comfortable with failing, because it's very rare that your first opportunity is a success.
The state that is afraid of the private sector, it will not act. It will not surprise me if the commissioner is removed from his job.
Imagine where non-employment is sitting at 35 to 50%. And people are sitting in parliament discussing peripheral issues of abortion. And how we can kill children, at what sex, at what age our children must be taught sex, at the ages of 9, 10 or 12. While Chinese people are learning how to manufacture and design stuff. Our kids are learning how to masturbate and do rubbish in there. So when they grow up, these kids, what are they going to produce?